I don't know if Journey to the Savage Planet is going to be that great. And why isn't my stream working? Huh. I'm using the right key, aren't I? Oh, there it is. Latency's a bitch. Latency is a bitch. So, my initial feeling of the game is that this is sort of in the same vein as Subnautica. It's a bespoke world. You run around, you look for stuff, and you find things, and it's also like a Metroidvania. But I have a feeling it's not going to be very long, because this is 4 hours, and I'm a third of the way through the game. And I am by no means powering through this at all. We're going to skip the cutscenes. The cutscenes are all, you can find them on YouTube. I mean, literally, they put these on YouTube on their official channel. One of the things that I really like about the game so far is if you look at the Kindred logo, it's a step back button. If you remember the old, like VCRs and things, they still use the same icon in.
For almost 30
oh yeah, I gotta.
Kindred has been striving to help humanity expand beyond the confines of Earth, and I am excited to announce that many industry observers now consider us the 4th best interstellar exploration company.
Welcome.
Here we go.
My name is Echo, and I'm here to help guide you on your mission. But first things first, please log into the computer and fill out a teeny-weeny questionnaire, if you don't mind, so we can make sure you're not...
Hooray.
One of my jobs is to continually assess your mental
We're gonna
state
pick the dog.
and space. Thank you. I'm super glad you're not...
I haven't actually used the dog, that's why we're using the dog. Okay. One thing that I do not like about it is that this controller scheme, or that the keyboard and mouse scheme is...
And now you're ready to explore.
It's a direct port from a controller scheme. And so it's not keyboard and mouse friendly, if that makes sense at all.
Welcome to ARY-26. It doesn't seem to be, well, a planet at all, really. More detonation of rocks. This mission just got 100% more interesting and about 50% more lethal. To aid in your exploration, the Javelin is equipped with several small, robotic drones that can perform basic scans of the world around you. Please launch them by opening the exterior hatch.
I was kind of hoping the body would also be sort of canine.
Great. Now they'll provide you with approximate locations of resources and important info. The Javelin's pretty banged up, but you'll need to scan the exterior to confirm the level of bang-uppedness. Do that now. Don't forget to continually scan your surroundings. This exterior panel must have been knocked loose on landing. I am adding a location marker to your compass. Please find it and scan it. If you lose your way, you can always hit the survey button to highlight its location again. Ah, there is our missing panel. Well done. In the future, whenever you need help finding your currently selected objective, you can use
Okay,
survey to
it
orient.
does change the voice. We're barking. And these little guys are the basic mob throughout the game. There's a bunch of them all over the place.
They're drugs, but good drugs. For healing, not fun. These aren't raids.
The universe's number 4 sustenance
Okay,
a lot juicier with Platinum Slurp Plus. Nutriment.
maybe let's actually start paying attention to what I'm supposed to be doing. Scan the javelin for damage. Where's the third piece of damage? There's the broken off part, the missing hull.
Ambient temperature 81 degrees. Biosigns nominal.
There we go. I forgot to do that part.
Tanks are intact, but empty. If you can find a local fuel source, you'll be able to get back home. If you can't, congratulations, you're home already. The javelin is basically intact, but in need of minor repairs. If we ever want to relaunch. Oh, the cartographers found an alien alloy we could maybe use to repair the ship. Let me mark it. These crystals look extremely breakable. You could take out some unexamined aggression on them. So, looks like you will need a new tool in order to venture further. I have added a new blueprint to the Javelin's 3D printer that should do the trick, but in order
And so here's a terrible thing.
gather some basic resources from the local fauna. Hey, look at that. You picked up some carbon. Good for you. I won't lie. I feel kind of bad. They're so cute and so full of juice.
Such violence.
Nice work. You have collected enough carbon to craft a basic Nomad plasma pistol. The 3D printer inside the Javelin is ready for your input.
You know, I think all in all, Metroidvania really is the best way to describe this.
Every time you return
In the third of the game
any resources
that I've gone through so far,
anything you drop outside the Javelin, however, will stay there until you go and grab it with your meat hands.
I've encountered one boss creature,
Now you've got a weapon.
and it's
For a tool from any colonizer.
Meat scraps, fat, and gristle.
the fight was fine. It's your standard 3-phase thing, and it does a thing in one phase, and then it does
Ambient
basically the same thing in the next phase.
nominal.
And then in the third phase, it does
That was all that juicy loot.
like the same things again. You know, I'm just killing those so that I can destroy something beautiful.
It may sound weird, but do you see a large tower looming above you? I only ask because my system appears to be functioning correctly, but our initial scan said there should be no sign of intelligent life here at all, and that appears to directly contradict this idea. I will contact your superiors immediately. One moment, please. I am detecting a nearby organic compound which may be useful on our exploration efforts. Please scan it. Oh. You just ate a thing without even seeing it. That's one way to attempt to survive on a hostile planet. Though I guess whatever you ate did improve your immune system, so, you do you. Again. I have received an urgent message regarding the tower from our president and CEO, which is available for your viewing pleasure at the habitat. Please return as soon as you have a moment.
And I'll say that it's a little bit responsive because the first time I scanned that thing before eating it, and it, you know, it was fine. And this time it explicitly notes that you didn't scan it before eating it.
It thinks you're
Which
gonna
I think's
kill it.
funny.
Aw, how accurate. Now it's twice as annoying. Just shoot it, please.
And so in Metroid fashion, you scan all the everythings.
Right now. Like a normal puffer bird, but wrinkly.
That right there, you need the grappling hook for.
Harder to kill. Bad news is you're harder to kill because most of your bones have been replaced with rock-hard space tumors. Good news, potential partners dig tumors. Or so I hear.
You know, the game does play out some like weird mystery, like victory music sometimes, just in the middle of combat. And I don't get why. I also don't quite get why there's this room right here. I guess maybe so I have lots of gelatinous blobs. I need double jump before I can do this one. Yes, I know. I don't know where I'm going, but I know what to do when I'm there. Is basically where I'm at in the game. I have a feeling this is what people are going to be doing to speed run. Because you can get extra speed out of your, you know, 0 stamina time. Regenerate stamina.
This anthill is way bigger than the ones on Earth, but the ants are the same size.
And continue to advance.
Rectangular prisms. Whee! I don't get it. This planet was supposed to be devoid of intelligent life, but these structures. Why don't you scan them?
We're going back over here because I think I'm missing something
If you turn it
in
back,
the snow area.
kill you here and make a clone of you at another one you've activated. Or, sorry, I'm supposed to say teleport. Before you jump in, Kindred says I need to review a 400-page waiver absolving them of all responsibility. I speed read it.
You know, I will say the writing for the game is decent.
Now that's metal. This plant's berries are edible and slightly hallucinogenic. As with all edibles, take it slow.
Did I run out of bait? I need bait.
Big Daddy, Head Honcho, El Jefe.
Maybe I don't. There's a thing I need to do later that needs bait. Around here.
This magnetic door seems to respond to your energy signature. You won't get through unless you manage to disable its mechanism. A big lightning shock should do the trick. Let me see if the cartographers found anything useful that will allow you to upgrade your suit to do something similar to a lightning jolt. I'll update your compass if they found anything. That upgrade would be very useful indeed. I have sent a request to Kindred, but we have yet to locate the required resources on this planet. Stay tuned. These remains are a hell of a lot older than anything else we found on this planet. Nasty looking hole. I wonder what's in it.
The fuck is a burgle snatch? Huh. Okay, well, whatever. Here we go. This is...
A plant with a taste for meat. Charming.
This is what I was looking for.
Fascinating. The seeds you just picked up appear to belong to prolific-like plants. I'm sure they could grow on a moss-rich surface. Keep exploring, brave adventurer. Okay, so even more good news. Those tumors that improved your stamina and replaced your bones, they've spread to the musculature of your lower body, which gives you rock-hard glutes. You should be psyched.
I am not psyched about having tumors in my butt. keep trying to behave as if I have the upgrades that I have in my main save.
Rob, the only food in this universe that tastes exactly like it sounds.
Requires a grapple hook. Okay, I know where this place is.
As much as you may like to make the attempt, the jump in front of you is beyond your current capabilities. But fear not, the cartographers have found a deposit of a rare fluid which could be used to synthesize the fuel for some basic jump thrusters. Please redirect your exploration efforts towards it.
That's what I was needing to trigger. Just like anthills, except the ants are smoke. A glimmering cave of wonder. You know, the sad thing is that if you can just use your scanner vision to be able to navigate through this. So the glimmer lanterns don't really seem to be much of much use. See, that air horn. I don't know what the point of that air horn is.
Whoa, this may be the first ever chronicled example of alien art. Good work! Now you have the required resources to print a brand new jump pack and habitat. While untested and not necessarily safe, Zane.
One of the important things to note about this game is that it hides, well, rather, it quote-unquote hides I just noticed this guy was covered in his guts and goo of his dude that I killed. But this thing hides like treasures, quote-unquote treasures, basically in the middle of obvious stands of grass. Like if you look at grass and you think there's probably something behind that, there's something behind that. The game doesn't have a strong sense of fucking over the player, except
You can craft an
in one jumping puzzle that is, well, I found 2 jumping puzzles which are complete, utter, and total fucking garbage.
I see you have upgraded your jetpack. While not capable of full flight yet, it should still allow you to access previously unreachable.
See, here's the thing, like if I click
release of
on these guys right here in the corner, the select and back, it doesn't work. But if I click here, it works.
Ka-ching! Upgrade synthesized.
Unusual.
Oh, here's that message that I'm ignoring.
What's inside that structure? Okay.
That story message. And I'm going over here because over here
Biosigns nominal.
is a few things that we can get now that we've got the jump jet. Because, well, yes, I can do this. I can now go around this corner. I think this is what I needed more of, in order to get the last gun upgrade.
You can craft an upgrade if you
Yep.
wanna. Upgrade complete.
Nice. You know, and this is sort of the whole cycle of the game.
Degrees. Biosigns.
This is the jumping puzzle I was talking about. It requires you to have the grappling hook, but you got to get all the way up there. And honestly, it's not worth it. Oh, wait, no. I'm confusing it. This one isn't so bad. There's another jumping puzzle where there's some vomit you have to avoid. And I literally mean like vomit to avoid. And it's easier to just not do that puzzle and go jumping a different route, totally ignoring that will put you in exactly the right place to be above where you're supposed to get to, and it's like, why even fuck with it? Why isn't my gun shooting where I want it to? Now the game does have some frustrating aspects to it. Because there's these guys here.
We could collect these, but they'd melt through your gloves and kill you. Unless we could build some sort of stabilizing upgrade using the plants themselves. There's
In
a
that,
higher
like, I can grab that,
material high above you.
but it times out.
Kindred might let us upgrade.
And it times out harmlessly.
That upgrade would be very useful indeed. I have sent a request to Kindred, but we have yet to locate the required resources on this planet. Stay tuned.
But
Unlike the typical bomba granite,
in order to actually be able to carry those around, you have to go do
too big to live.
a whole bunch of other stuff before you can finally carry them out. I mean, it's nice from the sense of there's an upgrade progression, but still, it's a little bit frustrating. So it just creates these other puzzles you have to get around. But so yeah, this is all there is to Journey to the Savage Planet, and you run around and you just do stuff. It's kind of a nice farting around game, but I'm concerned that it's short. However, there's also the issue that it's only, I think, a $30 game. And of course, people are going to bitch about it being on the Epic Store, and that's your deal. You know, if people have an issue with that, you know, okay. Good for you, I guess. This one's nice. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I missed. Okay, let's try this again. Tell me that is not funny.
Eat it! I like these things. Eat another one.
Also, there's a jumping puzzle right there that I don't know how to get to. Although I have an idea.
It's a cracked wall. I mean, come on. Do I have to spell out what you need to do here?
It's like that right there you can't get into until you resolve the issue of being able to carry the little bomb seeds wherever you go. But there are those fast travel points, you know, every so often, and they're nice. Let's see. Such puzzles. Go on, fart. Let's get some more out of you. You can do it. Unless you get kicked too far. Yes, this is your life now. Scanning fruits for the frugivores.
Favored by the frugivores of this
Picking up
planet.
seeds. Is there something in here? Oh, there's seeds.
Just
I have never
if
killed the
somebody else
eggs.
wasn't sadistic enough.
I don't know what happens if you kill the eggs, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not that much of a monster yet.
These are
Tentacles, part of a much larger, thirstier creature living deep underground. And this is what I'm talking about, stuff being hidden in plain sight. The mysteries of this land are not deep. Let's see. You know, I'm gonna get this save point and then I'm gonna go jump in that cavern. I haven't been in there yet, I don't think. See, these fuckers right here will just fucking straight up wreck your day. Right here is the only place that I've died in the game so far, because I didn't realize that those fuckers spat out spikes and stuff. And that is the vomit tower that I was saying that it's got like a bullshit jumping puzzle. Because I'm not totally far in the game yet, I'm sure that there's going to be other bullshit jumping puzzles. And I hope that I can ignore them as well and eventually find other routes around them. But some of these jumping puzzles are bullshit. Okay, well, this actually does require the grapple. Okay, well, that's too bad. So this is all of I think Journey of the Savage Planet that I think I'm gonna show. Because it's just not a... There hasn't really been a lot of variety to it that I've seen so far. I mean, I'm not saying that this is entirely representative of the entire game. But it's fairly close. Let's see. You know, here's the last puzzle. I guess we'll do, and then I'm gonna call it. That's not the button I wanted.
Looks important. You should.
So there's all these locks, and they look like buttons. But is that how it solved? Like standing on these? No, of course not. That's how you solve it. I have to remember how to jump up there, huh?
These unhatched alien eggs can be used like a natural trampoline. Ethically iffy, yes. Effective? You bet.
I think I jump up there from here. Another aspect of this game being unfriendly to the keyboard is how easy it is to
Amazing. You found a different nugget of the alloy we've been
hit the
searching
wrong
for.
thing all the time.
This should still allow me to perform the necessary repairs, and I salute your proclivity for self-direction.
So yeah, this is most of everything that I've found in Journey to the Savage Planet. It's fine. Is it worth $30? Probably. But, you know, like I said, where I have, 4 hours that I played, some yesterday, some today, and I'm a third of the way through. Meh. I think that part of the reason why my completion percent might be high is because I've been picking up. Let's see, how do I look through in this global stuff? Like, I picked up 25 of 40 in the first area, so I guess, I'm picking up about half of the things that you can do so far, which means that let's assume that doing all the collection is 20% of the game. We could probably chop off 10% of my completion, so I'm about a quarter of the way through the story. Maybe? I don't know. I am really irritated about how the keyboard and mouse controls seem to be an afterthought. But I mean, like, I haven't seen all the monsters. I haven't seen all the plants, that kind of stuff. So you can tell that I'm not through everywhere, but I have found all the different things that you can find to get. So I don't know. 2 more zones. This last one with only 3 undiscovered things. So this last zone only has 3 areas. I'm missing an area here in the first zone. Huh. Well, this is nice to help you find out, what you haven't done so far. But I mean, I think it's okay. I'm not having fun, and I have not messed with photo mode at all. Adjust lens, hold. Oh, let's look at the filters. I never mess with like photo modes or anything. illustrated. There's 3 filters. 1, 2, 3. Okay, well, it's there. There's a photo mode there. And there's silly commercials, and then these weird graphic bugs that this one right here, I've only encountered this once, and I've only crashed once, and it was a hard crash. It froze my computer, but it's only been once so far, and you know, God knows, like, no one gives a shit at all about I'm gonna go look for that. No one gives a shit about, you know, shipping a bug-free game on day 1 anymore. But I mean, you know, I'm not having fun, so there's that. Oh shit. By the way, if you fall... I fell to my death that time?
You can keep
Normally when you fall, one of your little robots comes and saves you. Oh, god damn it. That means my death count's been incremented by 1.
hottest slime forms.
Let's see, where's character? Where's stats? Oh no, I know where it is. Stats are here.
And nebulous downer. No bones.
128 megs of memory on this computer. Oh well, it's like Bill Gates said, no one ever needs more than 640k. Death count 2. Oh, it's terrible. Wait, what's in the trash? Hi, Mom. Mo Lesker. I did not know that's the character's name. I feel some sort of training would have been appropriate. I have eaten something. I know that sounds innocuous, but I have done it, and I can't take it back. And now I have a weird purple lump on a part of my body. I don't want to be too graphic, but it's big, and it seems to grow every day. It itches worse than that time I fell in the poison ivy after Uncle Jed convinced me to go skinny dipping. That's creepy. And as you will recall, Uncle Jed was never one to laugh at much of anything, but he roared and roared when I came back to the house and we had 2 whole bottles of calamine lotion before I could sleep. Oh, and we had to use 2 whole bottles of calamine. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. I'm not feeling as sprightly in the first communique. These are in the trash. He hasn't actually sent these. The lump is spread and now covers half my body, and it occurs to me that I didn't realize that this... I realized I didn't really think this through at all. I thought it would be fun and adventure, but I didn't realize that I should also think about the consequences of my decisions. What if I do too much? What would I do if I got into trouble? How do I contribute to the situation being dangerous or bad? I've discovered much to think about in just a short time, which I suppose makes the trip worthwhile. But I do not feel good at all. I'm finding it hard to focus on this email, so I'm going to have a lie down. Please see you update Kindred password urgent, no phishing. That's terrible. Anyway, this is Journey to the Savage Planet. I don't dislike it. It's okay. It's a $30 game, I think. Yeah, 30. And it's okay for a $30 game.